everybody, it's Miss Jessie over at the Townsend Public Library, and thank you so much for joining me today for this week's Storytime and Craft. Today I have a fun story all about a bear who's been hibernating all winter, and he wakes up in the springtime and his belly is rumbling. He's starving. So it's all about him waking up and looking for something yummy to eat. And it's called Bear Wants More by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Here we go. Bear wants more. When springtime comes in his warm winter den, a bear wakes up, very hungry and thin. He waddles outside and roots all around. He digs and he paws fresh shoots from the ground. He nibbles on his lawn till the last blade is gone. But Bear wants more. He's so hungry that the grass didn't help him feel full. Mouse scampers by with his acorn pail. Come along, Mouse squeaks, to Strawberry Vale. So up Mouse hops onto Bear's big back. They tromp through the forest for a fresh fruit snack. And while I'm reading, your detective ears may hear some rhyming words. The berries grow sweet, and they eat, eat, eat. But the bear wants more. He's still hungry. The noon sun glows when along hops Hare. Good day, friend Mouse. How do you, friend Bear? I'm hungry, roars Bear. Hare says, follow me. There's fresh clover patch by the cottonwood tree. Hare's taking him to find something else. They nibble on their lunch with a crunch, crunch, crunch. But Bear wants more. Badger shuffles by with his new fishing pole. There's a fine fish feast at the old fishing hole. They head to the pond and they sit by the shore. Bear catches fish. What do you think he's gonna say? But he still wants more. He is a hungry guy. Meanwhile, back at the big bear's den wait Gopher and Mole with Raven and Wren. They bake honey cakes. They decorate the lair. It's a springtime party for their good friend Bear. They're getting ready to throw Bear a big party to say, Happy Spring, you're awake. Bear rubs at his tummy. He smells something yummy, and he still wants more. Bear sniffs and he snuffles as a sweet breeze blows. He romps to his home. He follows his nose. His friends yell, surprise, when he gets to his den. Uh-oh, but Bear is so big that he can't fit in. Bear wails, what luck! I am stuck in my own front door. So Bear woke up in the springtime feeling starving and skinny because he hadn't eaten. Now he's been eating clover and strawberries and lots of goodies that now he doesn't fit through his door. His belly got too big. Mouse squeaks, poor bear. He is wedged too tight. Hare tugs. Raven pushes with all of their might. Look, they're all trying to help him through the hole. Badger gets a stick, and he pries so hard that bear pops out and he lands in his yard. Since bear is so wide, they party outside, and he still wants more. Bear opens presents. He gobbles honey cakes. He eats so much. Oh, that his big belly aches. Now he doesn't feel too good. He snuggles in the grass and he snores, big snores. He is full, but his friends want more. The end. So the silly bear, he woke up so hungry, and he went on an adventure to find such yummy food that he ended up getting too big, that he didn't fit inside his cave. So silly. So I thought it would be so much fun today to make a picture that looks just like the bear. So in your kit, you have a white piece of paper. You have a shape that's going to be for his mouth and his nose. You have 2 circles for his eyes, 2 big grizzly ears, and some paint. So what you'll notice is missing from our kit is a paintbrush. We're going to be doing a different painting technique to create the bear's head. Another thing that you may also need that's not in your kit is a glue stick. So you might need some glue to help stick the shapes to his head as well. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to take our white piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half. So hold it like a rectangle that's long. We're going to fold it in half like this. And we're going to press all along the side. So that when we open it up, there is a line right down the middle. So while you are pressing and folding your papers, I'm going to put you down so you can see my table. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. So I have my paper, and I had put it down on a little piece of newspaper, just in case my paint gets a little bit messy. It protects my table. All right, so here's our paper, and you see the line folded right down the middle. Your brown paint, we're going to take the cover off, and we're going to then spread it and pour it right in the middle of our paper. So it looks kind of like this. And you're going to say, Miss Jessie, that does not look like a bear head. It almost looks like a muddy paw print. Okay, but then once your paint is all on the paper, we're going to put it back down and we're going to fold it up. We're going to sandwich it and give it a smush. And then we're going to rub. All the paint that's inside your paper is now getting smushed around. And then when we open the paper back up, it's going to be a surprise about how it looks. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Open! And that's my bear head. So yours may look a little different than mine, and that's okay. They're all going to look different. And then do you see the lines on your paper? It gives it some texture, and it almost looks like bear fur. So that's how we made our head. So then I'm going to put that back down, and you can choose however you want. Use your imagination if you think this looks good for the top, or if you want to flip yours around. Look at your paper and you choose which part you think should be the top of your bear's head and which should be the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to now take my pieces and I'm going to put some glue on them to glue them on. If you want, you can always then just put the pieces to his face right into the glue, and it will stick there as well. Or you can also add some glue. So I added its mouth, its nose, and then the big circle kind of adds to its snout. And then I'm going to add the little circles for his eyes. And you know what? For that, I don't think I'm going to need the glue. I'm just going to press it right on to the paint. So you can see my brown blob shape is now turning into the bear's head. And the bear in our story had just little black eyes, just like ours. But then he still needs his ears. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to put some glue on the back of one ear. And then some glue on the back of this ear. And there we have it. Once he dries, I'll have my own big brown bear. Well, thank you all so much for joining me for this week's Storytime and Craft. And I hope to see you all again really soon. Bye.